Hi, it's Melissa here again of CommunicateWithAngels.com. I help spiritual seekers just like you learn to communicate with their angels and find and live their unique life purpose. Today's topic is one that I've been contemplating sharing for a while, and I've decided to make this a two-part series. So part one today is going to help you to be able to discern the difference between lower souls, sometimes called entities, and the high vibration of master souls or angels or spirit guides. Okay? It's really important to be able to at least discern this. Don't be afraid of it. Just see this as getting more facts. No one taught you this in school. So now's the time to just learn and have a little bit more understanding of how different vibrations of energy work. And there's a really simple way of understanding this, which is about the 4 zones of consciousness. Now, in reality, there are more than 4 zones, but we're just talking about the levels of consciousness, the 4 main levels of consciousness that are around planet Earth. Because if you're watching this video, you probably live on planet Earth. So that's what's important to know about right now, okay? So if you are living on planet Earth, which I guess you are, you have a physical body. And so people with physical bodies live in A zone. So let me show you this picture. This is a graphic of these 4 zones of consciousness. This comes from the Astro Soul department of the Way Showers College. So I want to give that credit. And I do invite you to check out the Way Showers College website to learn more about that organization, because they have stuff going on all around the world, and I'm a part of that. But you'll see here these 4 zones around planet Earth, and A zone is on planet Earth in this picture, okay? So A zone is for people with physical bodies. If you don't have a physical body, you don't really belong around planet Earth. But there's a certain state of consciousness of A zone. We come here to learn and grow. Souls that choose to incarnate into planet Earth are some of the most advanced souls in the universe. If you come here, you're ready to learn and grow at a fast pace. So A zone energy is all about action, accomplishment, achievement, advancement, and those kind of things. It's a very action-oriented place. You didn't come here to take a vacation. You came here to experience and to interact with many different states of consciousness, all in this mixing bowl of life that we call planet Earth. Okay, so let's have a look at these other zones. We have B zone, and B zone is about 0 to 5 miles out from planet Earth. B zone is a level of consciousness that souls will gravitate to after they leave their physical body if they are confused or in what we call that B zone state of consciousness. So B zone energy is about bully, belligerent, bewildered, those kind of things, bitchy, where if I meet somebody who's always complaining about something, or just is not a nice person, they're always kind of nasty or biting or bitchy, that's an example of a B zone state of consciousness. So somebody can be like that while they're here on planet Earth, and if they pass on with that state of consciousness, they will gravitate to B zone. And this is a confused level that's around planet Earth. A lot of these souls don't even realize they're dead. They think they're still living their lifetime. And we can actually be of service to them by helping them to move out where they need to be. B zone is kind of a holding pattern. They're stuck. They're not able to release planet Earth. Maybe they're still thinking about the things they did, the people they knew, smoking a cigarette, drinking rum and coke. They may be attached to those kind of things as well. Because that pressure is in our environment, sometimes we pick up on these energies and vibrations without realizing it's not ours. Okay? So like I said, we can help those souls heal. People have talked about ghosts for many, many years, right? And some of them aren't ready to go, but a lot of them are if they just realize they're light they don't belong here, they don't have a physical body anymore, and tell them to follow their lights because they see their team of angels with them, and their angels will direct them where they really need to be. Okay, so that's B zone. Now C zone, you see here, is about kind of 5 to 15 miles out from planet Earth. C zone is also a confused state of consciousness, but it's a little more intellectual. C zone has the vibration of competitive, conniving, corrupt, manipulative, egotistical, caught. So a lot of those C words that are more on that intellectual state of consciousness. A good example of a C zone vibration would be the bankers. You know, way back in 2008 when the financial markets failed, it was because of these bankers who were very kind of conceited and competitive and greedy and just wanted money for money's sake, and weren't apologizing for hurting other people in the process, manipulating other people in the process. Okay, so that's a C zone state of consciousness. It's here on planet Earth. We live with it. Of course, we're trying to heal that, but it's here. You know, it's okay. But if a person passes on in that state of consciousness, they will gravitate to C zone. Okay, a lot of these souls do actually know they've passed on, and they're just reliving that state where they were at. Sometimes they're in limbo. They never really got involved in life. They're caught in some kind of game or manipulation, and they're reliving that state of consciousness. Now, the other thing that can happen with C zone in particular is that sometimes when people do channeling, they are actually communicating for C zone souls. And there's some clues that you can tell the difference between a C zone soul and a higher soul, which we call D zone, in the method of how they communicate. And that's what I'm going to share with you in part 2 of this video. Okay, so if that interests you, or if you need some clarification in that area, that video will be really helpful to you. But I thought it was going to be too long to talk all about that right now. Okay, but just be aware that sometimes when people channel, it's not always the higher souls. The C zone souls like to pretend that they know everything and that they can tell you what to do. And so that's why they are often very happy to sort of communicate for somebody else. All right. Okay, so D zone. Yay. So D zone is 15 miles out and beyond. This is the state of consciousness that your team of master souls, or angels or guides, have. Okay, so D zone is all about delight, determined, directed, detached, and other D words. So those souls are detached from planet Earth concepts. They don't buy into right and wrong, good and bad. They have unconditional love. They're very respectful. They don't interfere with your free will. They never impose on you or tell you what to do. They have mastered themselves. They know how to stay directed, and they have delight and determination for what they're involved in. So when you tune into these souls, these D zone souls, you have the benefit of tuning into that D zone energy. And we all live in two worlds at once. You live in the physical world of planet Earth, and you also tuned in spiritually. So every one of you is in A zone because you have a physical body. Okay, so that's the physical world that we're a part of. We're playing the game of planet Earth. We're here to learn and grow. And the spiritual part of you, which is the real you, can be tuned in to B zone or C zone or D zone. So which one do you want to be a part of spiritually? It's kind of a rhetorical question. Of course you want to be involved with D zone. So this is what we're working toward. You are angels in training. You are working toward having that D zone state of consciousness yourself. Being directed, being detached, being determined, and delight, and just loving life. Okay? So you have that, you're a part of it, you have the backing of this team of souls who help you with it. And, you know, for me, a lot of the goal of my spiritual development is to spend more of the time in that state of consciousness. I'm not perfect. I can get into B zone bitching sometimes. I can get into competitive sometimes, or other ways of being caught. But the more that you can lessen those little tendencies, the more time you spend in D zone, then you're really growing. I think that's what enlightenment is all about, is being in D zone. Okay, so I hope that gave you some food for thought. In a couple of weeks' time, when I release my next video, it will be part 2, where I really get into discerning the difference between when someone's channeling that C zone energy or a D zone energy. How can you tell? And I know this is really important for a lot of people, so stay tuned for that one. In the meantime, please comment below what you learned from this video. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed to this YouTube channel yet. I share videos every couple of weeks on a regular basis, and hit the like button if you appreciated it. I invite you to check out my website, communicatewithangels.com, where you can download the 3 steps to connect with your angels. And in the meantime, I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.